Hey guys, it's Need Fire Support Yu-Gi-Oh here again. We're making a little bit of a expected banger with this one, reasonably. This is my Danger Dark World build. I'm going to be 100% with you. I built this for like $70. It needs work. I'd like to finalize this. I only play one Salamander. I'll just come out and say that now. Yeah, so I'm gonna, just a heads up, I need more for the extra deck. It's not done yet, and there is like 2 pieces I need to exchange already. But, yeah, so pretty much we'll just get into what we did with the Dino Salads. And if you haven't seen the Dino Salads video, it's should be up. It's pretty good. But if not, you know, watch something. If you're not watching my shit, go watch someone else who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Because then you're learning about the game, and that's pretty badass. Yeah, let's get into this. So we got the Salamander Catalyzer, and I play one of him. I think he bricks, which sounds crazy for a Fiend deck, but he kind of makes my hands brick when I see a bunch of him. So I only play him at 1, because any more than that, and it gets crazy and dicey, and you don't want none of that. But, you know, he's also good for extending plays, because you can basically, you know, he's perfect because if you go into at the Gates of Dark World for the field spell, and you know, you banish your Genta from grave, and then you send him for the discard and grab your 1. Well, you pretty much just got a free, you know, because you pretty much summon Genta to the field from banishment, and then he comes back to your hand, and you just got a free card. So you know what I mean? He's real nice. I'll just get into the one-ofs in depth here, so I can kind of get these out of the way. I play one Goldo. Goldo's nice. It's either if you discard, if he's discarded by card effect of the graveyard, or if it was an opponent's card effect from your hand, you can target up to 2 cards that your opponent controls and special summon him. So you get a pop 2 and a summon, which is really not that bad. They don't negate; they just destroy. He just destroys those targets, but that's not, you know, inherently destruction is not a bad thing. Negates are what you want, but you know, you're still getting pieces off that board, you know, regardless, so it's not really that bad. But then we got Brow, Huntsman of Dark World, and if this card was discarded to the graveyard by card effects, you draw 1 card, or if it was an opponent's hand to grave by opponent's card effect, you discard, and you draw 2 instead. He's just a little bit of a situational thing I keep in there. I don't like to keep too many of Brow, because I don't, you know, there's enough part of these Dark World cards let you draw or just get card advantage anyway. So then we got Parl and Ceruli. These are, you know, I like these. I'd say Ceruli, I don't think I ever want to see him early game. I don't think I want to see him in a starting hand. I like to see him like mid game, but that's how I play this Dark World deck. And we'll get into some of the shit I play, because it's not, I'm not gonna say I'm fucking, you know, unusual. Right, there are a lot of people that play Dark World and do it better than I do, so I'm not gonna start, you know, talking shit. But you know, regardless, then we got Parl, which I just said. Parl's cool. I'd see him more as a late game. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't see him as any early game, or I'd really like to see Parl late game. But yeah, those are my 5 one-ofs. And then, at least for the Dark World monsters, pretty standard. I play 3 Genta. Gotta have that. It's free real estate for the board, and if you keep 1 in your banishment at all times, you'll pretty much always have a summon. So it's pretty cool. Not much to say about him. He grabs the field spell, if you don't know that, but if you do, hell yeah, I'll shut up. You know what I mean? The Gates of the Dark World, but just to be clear, there's lots of field spells in this fucking game. And then with Snow, really, I don't know. It's I can't think of the name, but it's the elemental hero. I think it's Stratos. It's kind of like your Stratos if you ever played Heroes. It's you just basically, if you discarded by card effect, you just get to search out a Dark World card from deck to hand, and that's real nice. And then you special summon the target, like if you've got a monster in defense, which is, you know, that's nice. That's pretty cool. You get your Ascension spells, Dark World Dealings, because that is a Dark World card. Archives. I don't play Dark World Puppetry, but if you play that, if you're into that, then yeah, good for you. But yeah, we get this started. So I only play 2 Silva. I don't know. I don't like playing. I'll play like it is a 40 card. Dino Salads is 40 cards, and this Danger Dark World is 40 cards. I don't go beyond 41. I like to keep it around 41 if I have to go above, but it's what's worked best with me. And then also a lot of the decks I build, I like to incorporate like recycling, so that the graveyard is either in my hand or on the field constantly. You know what I mean? But that's personally how I build. You got Silva. He's cool. You discard him, special summon himself, and then if your opponent fucked with him, you basically just get to they place 2 cards from their hand on the bottom of the deck in any order. And that's pretty cool. You get to do that inherently if he's, I think, summoned. Let me see, is there a semicolon there? That is a colon, so that means, opponent discards that, or you discard that, you're getting that, you know what I mean, that sweet, sweet effect. But, so then I guess for the last little, we're going to move these out the way, because we're getting into boss monsters. I know people like to play a lot more of their boss monsters, and that is completely reasonable. I try to play more boss monsters than just one for the deck. I don't know. It gives them options, I feel. So like I play like 3 Grapha. It's, got to. If you're playing the fusion, you got to. And then I play 2 Rainbow. Personally, I just like the cheesy fucking fusion effect that nobody understands, and I'm like, I completely understand why you don't get that. And then I just got 1 Rainbow Overlord of the Dark World. He's cool because if he's discarded from your hand to your grave by an opponent's card effect, which is super fucking specific, and that's not that's no bueno. But and then you destroy all your monsters that your opponent controls or all their spells and traps. So that's why he's like that. But also gets you a fucking level 7, 250, 2,500 beater on the board if they discard your shit. So I can't think of anything specifically, but I guess tier. Before ban, because what couldn't they do? Honestly, is before they got hit on the ban list, is like, oh well, yeah, you basically put Superman in your fucking cardboard there. These are super understandable. I guarantee you've seen these somewhere before, and if you haven't, I think you've just started playing the game. You know what I mean? That's not an insult, but it's everyone knows them, everyone's seen them, nobody wants to talk about them. On go. A little bit of that Dark World Archive action. Got that Dark World accessories. We'll zoom in on that. But so we got Dark World Ascension, we got Dark World Archives. Both these are cool. I like these. Unfortunately, I am kind of I wouldn't say slow, but I forget to if I put these out on the board, I 9 times out of 10 forget to fucking use them. And it's what bites me in the ass playing Dark World, is I have Archives out and it's activated, but I just completely forget to, that's why I carry these, because, your effect's still hot, right? And then you use your effect, and you burnt out your effect, so you know what I mean? And it's like, resets, but you can also use, like Swords of Revealing Light, I don't know. It's like, if that's up right there, bam. And you just, you see this little pointy thing here, you just go 1, 2, 3. And then the turns are over, you know what I mean? But that's personally what I do. You don't have to fucking do that, but yeah. And then that is the fusion spell for the Dark World cards. Basically, you just you can fusion summon a fusion monster from the deck by banishing materials mentioned. on the field or grave, and then you can also discard monsters as material, which is pretty badass. Instead of banishing, so you know. Regardless, 3 Gates of Dark World because I'm playing 3 Genta. That's that was expected. Everyone knew I was going to do that. And we also have 3 Dark World dealings. You basically just draw 1, discard 1. You both do that. They let you play Yu-Gi-Oh with them rather than against them, so that's pretty sweet. But yeah, and the Gates of Dark World is banish a fiend, discard a fiend, draw 1 card, and also all fiends on the field gain like 300 attack and defense. So, yeah. So we got all that. Let's go. Let's into the danger shit. Only 1 danger, Tsuchinocho. Noko. I thought this was on the limited list, but I'm not 100%. I know it was pretty viable because you could. It's like if you summon it out, you draw 1, but if it you don't hit it, it's regardless special summon. So that is pretty cool. But I don't regardless, I wouldn't play more than 1. Dangers inherently. They summon themselves, draw 1. I'm not gonna say that because now you know. But when you actually get to discard Mothman, you both draw 1 and then you both discard 1, which is pretty cool. Mothman is not the he didn't have the highest attack. He's not the lowest, but he didn't have the highest. He is just good for like bodies on the board to get extra deck pieces out. And then we got like Danger Nessie. Danger Nessie's real cool. Basically just your search for dangers. Because if Nessie gets hit and goes to the grave, then her effect activates, and Loch Ness Monster, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to say her. It's not her. I don't even know if it's but if you've read the story, the mythology on the Loch Ness Monster, you'd get it. But yeah, there's a search, but you can't grab Nessie, the card itself, which makes sense. And then kind of some of the going to a little bit of the bigger beaters here, because these are my I wouldn't say they're boss monsters, but the engine inherently does have boss monsters because it has 2 danger Thunderbirds and it's 2 danger Bigfoots. And these are both nice. Like Bigfoot, when he gets discarded, you just target a face-up card. Your opponent controls and destroy it, and then you do the same thing, but with a set card for this. So they were good just for getting. Before Mystic Mine got fucking drilled in the ground, this would have been, I guess, almost viable. I guess I never played against an actual like hellaciously competitive. Well, just purely, strictly, Mystic Mine, like just full spell and trap cards. But, so yeah, let me go into this, play like one of those 3 Graphas, play 3 Graphas. I've been hyping this shit up, and let me just explain, or not explain, but let me read this card, and I'm just, when your opponent activates a monster effect or normal spell or trap card while you have cards in your hands, quick effect, right? You can activate this effect. Okay, the activated effect becomes your opponent discards 1 card. You can only use this effect once per turn. And if it leaves, you pretty much just pop Grapha back where it was. So that effect is fucking weird as shit, but here's how I see it. Alright? So basically it changes the inherent effect of whatever it was. You know what I mean? So let's, actually, hold on, yeah. This is a normal spell or trap right here. This is trade-in, and they were going to use that to, shit, give me 1 second, man. I'm sorry, I'm bad at counting. let's say whoever we're playing against has also Dark World. They're going to use trade-in to draw 2 cards for their shit. Essentially, let's say like this is my hand, right? I just discard 1. Sorry. Okay. So I have cards in my hand, but my opponent doesn't know what it is. And basically activate the quick effect, right? And so the effect still goes through, but it's got a different effect. You're still activating your card, but it's no longer the same effect it had. It becomes your opponent discards 1 card, which essentially means the trade-in goes through because you have to pay for cost, but I get to discard 1 card. Which it wouldn't do anything as Monster Reborn, but you know what I mean? Yeah, but that's, honestly, it's probably the worst part about playing Dark Worlds is you get real nervous when people start hounding you about how does that card work? How does that card work? And you're trying to think of something. And you're like, man, did you read the card? You know what I mean? It's just like, crazy. You know what I mean? Fucking card game. Have some fun. It's what these are. They literally created card games to have fun. That is crazy that people forget that. Yeah, these two. Yeah. I know, they fucking smell. You gotta give me a chance. He's good. He's pretty much... Okay, I hate saying this, but he is a really slow Clearwing Synchro Dragon because he only gets... you gotta detach the fucking Xyz material from the card, and 1 card from your hand to the fucking graveyard, and then you target a face-up card your opponent controls and it goes to defense, and then the fucking face-up card is negated until the end of the turn. That reeks. That is not good. And then number 68, Sky Prison. You pretty much get 100 attack and defense for each monster in the grave, which is good if you're doing well. And then, neither you or your opponent can use graveyard effect or special summon from the graveyard after you pop it, but you also this card can't be destroyed by card effects until the next turn either. So, but that's from a detach, and it's all right. I don't think I've ever actually gotten to use these in a game, to be completely honest, because they just never come up. I got better shit. It's not going to pop up anytime soon. And then here are the last 2: Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Phoenix. These are both really sweet. If he's Link Summon, discard 1. And then you just target, spell or trap, they control, opponent control, destroy it, and yeah. I'm not going to go over the rest of the effect, but I probably should say, yeah, you know what I mean? If it was co-linked when this was activated, the effect, you can draw 1, so it's good to have draws. I do want to point out, though, that both of these, Nightmare Unicorn and Nightmare Phoenix, it is their cost to use their effect. So if you discard a Dark World monster, you won't get their inherent effect because you paid cost to get it. But that's just techie bullshit. You have to listen to that. This one's pretty much the same one, but then it's target 1 on the field, and you shuffle it. So, I mean, in their own right, they have spaces. They are good, competitively viable, both. But there are higher level. I'm not gonna say this is a very high level deck. I mean, there are obviously pro players that could whip my ass, but there's some casual bullshitting about a card game. So, yeah, it's been Yu-Gi-Oh! Fire Sport. I enjoyed talking about Danger Dark World for a minute. A little bit of Jazzy Jeff in this hoe, right? So, if you guys enjoyed it, leave a comment. Listen to me sound like a professional. I'm kidding. If you liked it, you did. If you didn't, you didn't. That's whatever. Have a great day. Much love, y'all. Much respect.